Clements Homebrew coming at ya with another beer review, of course. You know, this is one I really should have reviewed much sooner, but I've heard such mixed things about this one, I'd kind of put it off. I regret that I didn't have it right away, but it is the Class of '88 Barleywine Ale. This is the version from Deschutes, and this was a collaboration brew from Deschutes, Rogue, and North Coast. All great brewers. Interesting reviews coming off this one. This is a 10.2% ABV, 70 IBUs. Again, the one from Deschutes, their version. You know, favorite local brewer of mine. This one was bottled on March 7th, 2014, although it wasn't actually released to April. And today's date is actually June 11th, just to give you an idea. So this one's been in the bottle for almost exactly 3 months at this point. So we'll see if it still has as much hop as all that, but it shouldn't be too far out of date, particularly considering this is a barley wine. Should be fine. Now, I don't mention ratings very often, but I'm gonna go there today, and there's some good reason for doing it. Okay, sure, I'll mention the two big class ones out there. We all know. So Rate Beer gives this on the overall a 94, and Beer Advocate gives it an 82. But there's some much more interesting and controversial ratings out there. Chris Stells of Beer Geek Nation gave this one a B. Jameson Mockle got a bottle, and I love Jameson. He gave it a D for avoid. and then you got Ryan, good old Stumpy Joe Jr. had to come in and do one, I guess, too, and why not? He gave it a B-, but he did mention in his comments that he probably should have rated it lower. So, I'm not expecting a stellar beer. I mean, B at best, but who knows? It could be worse. Time to get cracking. I'll let you know what I think on this one. All right, as I was pouring, I got a whiff. And I gotta tell you, I'd heard comment of this from someone, but I got some like banana ester. But let's get a real nose on it and see. And I do get banana esters. It's clear, there's no doubt. Yeah, interesting. You know, I'm getting some of the I think probably at this point, some of those hops have toned down. I'm getting some sweet caramel, almost a syrupy sweetness to it. Not your classic caramel type aroma. A light bit of breadiness. Even from here, I'm getting some of that banana esters from the yeasts, I assume. Yeah, it's very, like a light sweet, but a very predominant sweet aroma to it. It's interesting, very interesting. I should mention real quick some of the ingredients in this. Pale malts, carahels, and Maris Otter for your malts. And as far as hops go, there's Nugget, Millennium, Northern Brewer, Cascade, and Mosaic. Mosaic has been very popular, also sometimes very controversial in terms of hops. Just a little bit of floral hops on there. I'm not getting any of these like grapefruits and citrus that I'm getting from other people, but again, that could have been toned down with a little bit of age. So I'm gonna just go for it, and we're gonna get a taste on this one. Cheers. Wow, that's interesting for sure. It's quite sweet. Oddly enough, I'm getting a little bit of bubblegum taste that I would expect maybe off of a saisson or something like that. And a little bit of banana ester. I would say it's quite boozy, actually. I was kind of surprised about that. Not expecting that at all. But yeah, it's hitting me quite boozy. It's also, the body is a very light body. I'm going to call it medium, but for the style of beer, this is very light. So it's surprising, leaving me speechless, and that's hard to do. There definitely is like a caramel taste, but it's like a light caramel, and there's that banana taste that keeps mixing into it. Almost like more like banana peel. I hate to say that, but that's what it's coming across as to me. So some banana peel with caramel, good, right? Lightly syrupy, some floral hops in there, like kind of a floral taste. I'm getting a hint of like maybe like some orange on that actually as well. But these banana esters are very strong. It has some nice, a little bit of breadiness, some earthiness to it, some herbal kind of notes on there. I'm getting some other fruit. I'm really having a hard time nailing it down. Okay, I'm getting like a bit of like some honey type flavors. That's part of that sweetness. And just a little bit of like a dry apricot kind of flavor on that. But man, that banana and that bubblegum flavors keep kind of coming through on this. I really, I hate being negative. I'm trying to pull out the positive qualities, and I'm a big Deschutes fan, but this is just not like barley wine at all. It really isn't. The body, I'm going to agree with Ryan. The body is kind of like a double IPA, but not really the taste. That's kind of the body. That's kind of how it comes across. Even in the color, really, as you look at that. So the color, is this very much looks like a double IPA. It's got the orange color. It's leaving some lacing. I'm going to have to lean more towards Jameson's review on the D for avoid kind of thing. Now, I haven't graded it yet, but I'm just saying I'm leaning that way because these tastes are just odd. This is just not like a barley wine, and certainly not something that I would ever expect to show up from Deschutes. Now, mind you, I've had one of the other class of 88 beers from them, an imperial porter, like a smoked imperial porter, and I had it on tap. They've got it in bottles. I didn't pick it up, and it was a little sweet, honestly, too. It's great smoky flavor, but a little sweet. This is also off. I don't know what's with these class of 88 ones. All right, I'm going to do my best to rate this. First, for style, as a barley wine, definitely this is a D. This is pretty close to fail as you can get. It's not fail, but it's definitely a D beer for style. And I'm going to give this a 63 for style. All right, now overall, this is going to be that D plus C minus range. So I think we'll just kind of come into that borderline, and I'm going to give it a 65 on overall. Yeah. Jameson, hats off. I think you're right. This is just really a grave disappointment. Had it, I was not going to dump it. I was going to drink it. And it's better to put an honest review out there. So for what it's worth, folks, this wasn't exactly an expensive barley wine, so I learned my lesson. Life is too short to drink cheap beers. And I will see you in the next beer review. See you later.